Alright, for level 1 through 10, to get that flea market, level 1 through 5, I suggest just using pistols. And so you should get to know this pistol really well. The M9. If you're gonna take a Makarov, you may as well just plan to die and try to get as much in your secure container before you die to make it worth the 8k plus the 8k healing. So Makarov's 8k plus the healing plus a cheap mag, no vest, no backpack, and you could get something in your gamma. That's 16k, but an M9 or a Grok is only a little bit more. It's only like 3,000 rubles more, and the stopping power is totally different because it's not 9x18. 9x19 is way better, even if you're not using the best ammo. It's just a better gun, and it's up to personal preference whether the Beretta M9 or the Grok, but personally I think the M9 is way better. It's faster firing, but the Grok I used to use forever, and it's awesome that you can actually purchase it at level 1 traders now. That used to not even be a thing. It used to be you couldn't even get easy to use guns low level. It was like the levels right now are so much more fair to new players because lower level traders have way better stuff than they ever did before. Even though getting to level 10 is a real pain, and especially level 9 and 10, it really slows down right there. But you just need to do scav raids, pull out whatever scav guns you can to use, do shoreline, oftentimes you don't even run into anyone, and woods if you can navigate it. Customs is pretty good when it's the end of the map, but it really sucks when you have a full backpack and you get killed right in front of the extract by another scav. But the M9 works really good. Just take pistols in, try to get out what you can, then back in the stash. Make sure you keep scopes that you can use. Keep whatever scopes you find in raid. That way you don't need the FLEA. Same with attachments, especially the muzzle brakes and compensators. You definitely want to hold on to the parts that will definitely help your raids, like the muzzle devices for AKMs and AK-74Ns. Definitely try to keep these ones. The SRVV, that one's overly pricey, but and the DTK, you can do it all with just these two. That's fine. They're easy to find. Just check weapon crates. It's super awesome. I just took them out of raid, and I was able to run fully kitted AKs pretty much. I mean, to me they seem fully kitted. They weren't totally modded out, but it's pretty good for not having the flea market and having all level 1 traders. So keep all of that. What's the other ones? That shit really helped for my early levels. Oh yeah, the spike for AKM, the Venom. These are all pretty low price too, but they're really easy to find in raid. And again, the SRV. Just these 3 is really all you need. Suppressors, just take as many suppressors out of raids as you can and sell them straight to mechanic. It's worth the money rather than the camouflage having suppressed gives you. It's not really that much of a big deal at the early game, but they're worth so much to mechanic. It really helps your bank early on. So then you can end up what guns you get out of the raid think about how much it sells to mechanic for versus what you could get with that money. One Mosin, I don't know, Mosins don't sell that much to mechanic, but if you had FLEA, a Mosin selling for 50k could get you 3-4 kits of cheap ass pistol kits, and you might die a raid or two, but that third or fourth raid with the pistol, you'll find like a graphics card or Bitcoin if you're rushing the right spots, checking safes and everything. The cottage safe at Shoreline really helped me from level 2 through 6. It was like all my money was a couple Bitcoins, or GP coins, Bitcoins, and rollers, and gold chains. Gold chains on woods is legit right now. Those abandoned houses, I found 5 in the abandoned church and 1 burnt down house in 2 locations, just 5 gold chains. I think there was 3 in the church and 2 in the house, which is fucking insane. But maybe they've changed that. That was when it first, that update kind of came out. Well, it was a little while after that, actually. So, anyway, level, before you get to the FLEA, though, you need to just plan to constantly sell shit to Peacekeeper when you can afford it. There's 2 ways to go about it. You need to try and plan to have Peacekeeper unlocked when you get the FLEA, because it really helps for modding simple AKs. That's all you need is Peacekeeper. Don't worry about proper, skier. It doesn't even matter to do any tasks, because Peacekeeper doesn't require any tasks to get his rep up until level 3, just like it's not like proper where you need to do a bunch of tasks and sell a bunch of money and get a high ass level. Peacekeeper's super easy, and if you have the rubles, you can do it immediately when you're level 10. If you didn't sell enough shit, you just buy USD or buy items and then sell them back to him. But you could buy USD and then buy items and then sell it back to him. Or throughout level 1 through 10, you just buy every pistol from him. Doesn't he even have PST ammo now? This wasn't even in here at the beginning of this wipe. Unless that unlocked on level 2. I think that was level 1 though. And so now you can get the 9x19 best ammo besides AP and besides Ripper rounds. So that is huge. I was using 9x19 like shitty, whatever I could get, whatever the proper sells, that horrible ammo. So that's a lot better. I'd recommend not even running ADARs and M4s because the ammo's too damn expensive. It's more profitable to sell the M4s and sell the ammo to mechanic and then buy kits that are more reasonable within your range, with the idea you could run M4s later, of course. So unlocking Peacekeeper's huge, because as soon as you unlock him at level 10, then you can start running 1911s. Oh yeah, you could also do the P226 instead of the Grok or the M9, but I never thought that was as good at stopping power as the Grok, and I think the M9's even better than the Grok personally, but that's up to personal preference. As soon as you get level 10, then just doing scav runs to earn money, then you can start running shrimps, or if you can afford it, 5.7s, which are even better than a shrimp. But to run only shrimps after I ran just M9s for 10 levels straight, just M9s and the odd AK, a Mosin shotgun here and there that I would get out of scav raids or other raids, and now I can just do shrimps if I wanted to. But I like the variety in different weapons. So, gain the level 10 FLEA and then Peacekeeper level 2 leads to my next AK modding guide.